2 easy steps to reading New Testament Greek aloud.
Ένα, δύο, τρία, τέσσερα. Αλφα, βήτα, γάμα, δέλτα, εψιλον, ζήτα, ήτα, θήτα, ιώτα, κάπα, λάμδα, μίνι, ξι, όμικρον, πυρό, σίγμα, τάφη, ψιλον, φι, χι, ψι, και ωμέγα, είπα, τώρα πες μου την αλφα, βήτα, γάμα, δέλτα, εψιλον, ζήτα, ήτα, θήτα, ιώτα, κάπα, λάμδα, μίνι, ξι, όμικρον, πυρό, σίγμα, τάφη, ψιλον, φι, χι, ψι, και ωμέγα, είπα, τώρα ξέρεις την αλφα, βήτα.
Pangram, a word coming from the Greek meaning all letters. A pangram is a sentence in which all letters of the alphabet appear. A famous pangram in the English language is "The quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog." Pangrams are used as an educational resource teaching the letters of the alphabet, handwriting and typing skills. A pangram in the Greek New Testament is Matthew 5:30. «Και η δεξιά σου χείρ σκανδαλίζει σε, έκοψον αυτήν και βάλε από σου, συμφέρει γάρ σοι είνα απόλυτε εν των μελών σου και μη όλον το σώμα σου, βληθεί εις γεέναν». Books on New Testament Greek grammar classify the following vowel combinations as diphthongs: alpha iota, epsilon iota, omicron iota, epsilon iota, alpha epsilon, epsilon epsilon, eta epsilon, and omicron epsilon. A diphthong is a sound formed by the combination of two vowels in a single syllable. For example, the air sound in bear. However, in reality, these Greek diphthongs became monophthongs. The E sound in beat is a monophthong. Over a period of time, a consistent monophthongization occurred in the Greek language. The combination alpha iota came to sound like an e, in a similar way to ai in the word said, or ai in the French word mais, as in mais oui, meaning but. Epsilon iota sounds like an e. This is similar to ei in the word ceiling, sounding like an e. Omicron iota also makes an e sound. Epsilon iota also makes an e sound, but it does sound like a y sound. It most often occurs in the word ios, meaning sun. Alpha epsilon makes an av or an af sound. Epsilon epsilon makes an ev or an f sound. Eta epsilon makes an ev or an if sound. And omicron epsilon makes an u sound. This is the case even in the Erasmian pronunciation. By their own standards, it's wrong to classify omicron ypsilon as a diphthong because there is no change of sound in that vowel combination of omicron ypsilon. It's just oo. Pan-diphthong, all diphthongs. A pan-diphthong is a sentence in which all the diphthongs appear. A Greek pan-diphthong can be used as an educational tool to teach the pronunciation of all the major vowel combinations. A pan-diphthong in the Greek New Testament is found in Luke chapter 3 and verse 22 in the Textus Receptus. Και καταβήνε το πνεύμα το Άγιον σωματικό, ήδη όσοι περιστεράν, επ' αυτόν. Και φωνήν εξ ουρανού γενέσθε, λέγουσαν. Σύ ή ο Υιός μου ο αγαπητός, εν σύ ευδόγησα. The word pan-diphthong is a neologism, that is, a newly coined word which first appeared in 2021. Well, it was me. I made up the word. The two easy steps to reading New Testament Greek fluently are 1. Learn to recite and write the pangram in Matthew 5:30. And 2. Learn to recite and write the pan-diphthong in Luke 3:22. These two sentences contain all the letters of the Greek alphabet and all the main vowel combinations. After learning these verses, you should be able to read any Greek text. However, its intelligibility is another matter. You should be able to read any Greek text, but whether you'd understand it, well, that's another matter. You'll need to learn the vocabulary and the grammar. I will now read the pangram slowly. Και η δεξιά σου χείρ σκανδαλίζει σε, έκοψον αυτήν και βάλε από σου. Συμφέρει γάρ σοι είναι απόλυτε εν των μελών σου και μη όλον το σώμα σου βληθεί εις έναν. I now read each word slowly and separately. Και. The first letter, kappa, which is equivalent to the English K, sounds more like a G, as in the word go. It's a g sound, not a k, not k, but g. And the alpha iota make an e sound. So it's ge. It is not kai. It is ge. And. It means and. The next two words, epsilon iota and eta, both sound exactly the same. E and E. The first one means if, and the second E is the feminine definite article, meaning the. The next word is δεξιά, right? Yes, it means right, as in left and right, not right as in correct. Δεξιά. Note that the first letter delta, which the English call delta, is pronounced as a th, as in the word the th in the. So it's a the sound. It's not a d, so we don't say δεξιά, we say δεξιά. The next word is σου. Now the next word is χειρ, hand, χειρ. When reading the three words together, δεξιά, σου, and χειρ, in order to sound like a native Greek speaker, make the σου join smoothly with the δεξιά and not the χειρ. So you say δεξιά σου χειρ. It's not δεξιά σου χειρ, but δεξιά σου χειρ. Σκανδαλίζει, σκανδαλίζει σε. Again, when speaking at normal speed, to sound like a native speaker, the se joins smoothly with the σκανδαλίζει, so you would say σκανδαλίζει σε. Next, έκοψον, έκοψον. The stress is on the first syllable. Έκοψον. Αυτήν, αυτήν. It's not outin, it's αυτήν. I'll say more about the diphthong alpha epsilon shortly. And the letter taf, as English people would call it the tau, but in Greek we say taf, is pronounced more like the English d, as in do. It's not pronounced like a t, as in to, but as a d. So we say αυτήν. The next word begins with the letter vida. You probably know it as beta or beta, but us Greeks call it a vida, and the sound it makes is a V. It's not a B, but a V. So this word is vale, vale. The next word is από, από. Σου, από σου. Συμφέρει, συμφέρει. Note the second letter, epsilon, makes an E sound. So it's not an U, it's an E sound. If there was an omicron in front of it, then it would be an U. But there isn't one, so you have to pronounce it as E. So it's not sumfere, it's simferi, simferi. It's a word we still use in modern Greek today. The next word, γαρ, gamma alpha rho, is pronounced γαρ. Now the letter gamma, the sound it makes is a r sound. It's like you're gargling. This sound doesn't exist in English. The letter gamma is tricky because the pronunciation changes depending on what follows it. In this case, it's an ah sound. Therefore, the pronunciation is r. So it's ra, ra. And the last letter, ro, is pronounced. It's a trilling R. It's not gar, but it's gar. The next word is ina. Ina. Then we have apolite. Apolite. En. Ton. The omega sound is exactly the same as the omicron sound. So we have the word don. It's not tone, but don. Melon. Melon. Su que mi. Me. Remember, the eta is also pronounced as an e. It's not an e, but an e. It's eta, it's not eta. Me. Olon. Olon. Note that we do not say the rough breathing. It's not holon, it's olon. Do. Soma. Soma. Normally, soma has one accent on the omega, so it's soma. In this case, it has an extra accent at the end on the alpha because of what follows after it, the word su. So it is somasu, somasu. Vlithi, vlithi. This is from the verb valo, to throw. Vlithi. Is, is. It's not ice, it's not ace, it's is, into. Ye'enan, ye'enan. Gehenna, or hell. Ye'enan. Note here that the gamma is pronounced as a y sound, like the letter Y in the word you. It's a y sound because it's followed by an e, by an epsilon. So it's ye'enan. It's not re'enan, it's ye'enan. Gehenna, hell. Και η δεξιά σου χείρ σκανδαλίζει σε, έκοψον αυτήν και βάλε από σου. Συμφέρει γάρ σοι ή να απόλυτε εν των μελών σου και μη όλον το σώμα σου βληθεί εις γεέναν. In English, and if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. We now come to the pan-diphthong found in Luke 3:22. I will read it slowly. Και καταβήνε το πνεύμα το Άγιον σωματικό. Ήδη όσοι περιστεράν επ' αυτόν και φωνήν εξ ουρανού γενέσθε λέγουσαν σοι ή ο Υιός μου ο αγαπητός εν σοι ευδόκησα. I now read each word separately. Και Καταβίνε, καταβίνε. Note that the final two letters, alpha and iota, are pronounced as e, just as in the previous word ge, and. So it's katavine. It's not katabenai. It's katavine. To pneuma. Note that the first letter B is pronounced like the English B. It's a softer sound. It's not P, but B. And the P and the Ni, the PN, are both pronounced. So it's pn, pn. It's pneuma, pneuma. The epsilon, ypsilon make an ev sound. So it's not pneuma or pneuma, it's pneuma. To aion, to aion. Note that the gamma in aion is pronounced as a y, like a y, because it's followed by an e sound. So it's aion. And remember, we don't pronounce the rough breathing, so we don't say hagion, it's aion. Somatiko, somatiko. Ήδη, ossi, perisτεράν, perisτεράν. Επ, αυτόν, και φωνήν, φωνήν. Εξ, ουρανού, ουρανού. Γενέσθε, λέγουσαν, λέγουσαν. The gamma makes a g sound. It's λέγουσαν. Si, I, O. Yos. Yos. It's not huios, huios. It's yos. Yos. Mu. O. Agapitos. En. Si. Ivdokisa. Ivdokisa. Is not dokesa, it's ivdogisa. Now in some manuscripts, instead of an ita, there is an epsilon, so it's evdogisa. Evdogisa and ivdogisa both have the same meaning. I was pleased. The aorist can sometimes be translated in English using the present tense. God continues in the present and in the future to be pleased with his Son. En si ivdogisa. In you I was pleased, or you can translate it, in you I am pleased. And it's si. The sigma omicron iota is pronounced as si. It's not soy. It is si. En si evdogisa. I now read it again at normal speed. Και καταβίνε το πνεύμα το Άγιον σωματικό, ήδη οσί περιστεράν επ' αυτόν, και φωνή εξ ουρανού γενέσθε, λέγουσαν, «Συ ή ο γιος μου ο αγαπητός, εν σύ ευδόκησα». And in English, and the Holy Spirit descended in a bodily shape like a dove upon him, and a voice came from heaven, saying, Thou art my beloved Son, in thee I am well pleased.